Hello friends, welcome back to my video series of learning cloud computing. Well, today we are going to learn or we are going to see um, some of the basics. Though I have already put some videos on YouTube regarding AWS and some other cloud as well, but today I thought of going back to basics. Well, why I have decided is, of course, cloud computing has gone a long way, and everybody is moving towards public cloud, whether it is AWS, Azure, or Google, IBM, or maybe Pivotal Cloud Foundry, PaaS, or some other PaaS platform like some other open source um, like OpenShift. It's very important to understand some of the basics of cloud computing when it started. The virtualization journey started almost maybe 15 years back. So if you're aspiring to work for a cloud service provider, and if you're aspiring to work in the engineering team, then it's very important for you to understand how the cloud is created, how the cloud computing works. Though if as a user you can use the public cloud, definitely you don't need to know how virtualization layer works, how to create the virtualization layer. But if you want to just not be an user, but you want to go a bit deeper, how that cloud platform is created so that the service provider is able to give that service to you, then it is very important to you understand the underlying infrastructure and underlying virtualization layer. With that in mind, today I'm going to show the installation of VMware hypervisor, that is the ESXi server. And also I'll install the VMware management server, that is the vCenter server. So, then we need a hardware. We need a hardware, right, to install. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to install VMware ESXi server on my laptop. My laptop has got around 32 gig RAM, and it has got around 2 terabyte of SSD. I believe that is sufficient to install ESXi server and the vCenter server. But to have the underlying virtualization layer, because I cannot install ESXi obviously on my laptop, then obviously the whole OS will go, and that's not possible. Then what I'll do is I'll create a virtualization layer, that is the VirtualBox. So the Oracle VirtualBox, I'll install Oracle VirtualBox first. That will give me a virtual hardware, and using that virtual hardware, I will install ESXi on it. And then that will, of course, the whole process of installing VMware ESXi server on hardware is exactly the same, almost as if I'm installing on a physical hardware. So that will be my process. So I'll install VirtualBox on my laptop, and on VirtualBox I'll install ESXi server, and on ESXi server I'll create a VM, and in that VM I'm going to install the VMware management server, that is the vCenter server, and I'll add the ESXi server to that vCenter server to be managed. So it is like cyclic. I'll have a VM which will be managing the underlying hypervisor. So with that in mind, we'll go and start our installation process. And so first thing first, I want to repeat, this may not be useful for those who wants to go in a just as a user or a public cloud admin. You don't need maybe, but I have seen my career, I have seen in my 20 years plus IT career that um, what is today, it may change after 3 years. So it's a cycle. Like today, private cloud, next public cloud, next maybe hybrid cloud, and like that. So I have seen like 4 years, 5 years back, it was all private cloud. So it started. Then people who didn't trust about the security aspect of the public cloud, and slowly they were telling that okay, public cloud is not safe and all. But now everybody is going towards public cloud, like AWS, Azure, so on and so forth. And then slowly again the movement is going towards hybrid cloud, so that people realize that okay, I don't need to take all my application to public cloud. Some of the mission critical application or security high security applications I don't need to take to public cloud, so I can have a still those can run on my on-premise hardware. So that can be a private cloud. So combining both public and private is hybrid cloud. And of course, the multi-cloud is picking up, so that people or enterprises don't want to have a single cloud. They want to have multiple clouds combined. So even in fact, multi-cloud and hybrid cloud combined. That means they want to have a private cloud, they want to have multiple public clouds, and they want to communicate with each other. So so they want to have AWS, they want to have Azure, they want to have VMware, they want to have some other like OpenStack or something. But I believe OpenStack is not doing that much good right now in the market. But you will still VMware is doing good in a private cloud environment. So that's why this video is all about, and I am going back to basics, and that's my justification of creating this video. So let's go ahead and install VMware on a MacBook Pro laptop. Okay,